Yeah, we back. Now, I was trying to do restreams. I could also stream over on Twitch, but it wasn't working, and I don't know. I didn't really like not being in the thing. If that doesn't really make sense to you guys, but I might fiddle around with it more later. But for right now, I'm happy just streaming to YouTube. It felt like there was an added delay that I didn't want to have. All kinds of stuff. But let's double check all my audio, in-game audio. Yep. Okay. What's up, Hyper? Yeah, let me do this, and I will get logged in to Hyper stuff. That's who we're doing the takeover for. All right. All right. Sorry that took so long. That was just everything being real slow. Mm. All right, Hyper. What are we taking a look at today, my friend? Your clan boss team. Okay. Let's take a look at the roster real quick. All right. So how long? All right. So you've been playing for a really long time. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. You used to have like a bunch of 50s, right? Bruh. You just do you not get a lot of time to play, I guess? Flakes, they'll tell you in the summon rush. They'll tell you how much they're worth. I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, okay. Everyone else does. 200. Okay, we need to have a real talk about this account. So I'm gonna do this again because we're about to have a come to Jesus moment for you, sir. I know, Josh. I know, Josh. I just, man, it's so hard. It's so hard because I really want this to become a real thing. It's great as a hobby. That's the way I'm treating it right now. The here, man, the big problem is so I got my degree a year ago. Well, so I officially got my degree in January or like the end of December. And that's in cybersecurity, but I can't even get an interview in cybersecurity. So right now I work part-time retail for I think like $17 an hour as a glorified Walmart greeter. Like I'm not joking when I say that. I stand at the front, I check people in, and they get helped, and that's all that I do. Now they love me there. They would love me to transition to other opportunities or roles within that company or whatever. Um, I've even tried to see if there's any cybersecurity opportunities within that company, like because it's a larger company. Um, but then I started streaming just for fun and making content, and I like it a lot. And this is what I want to do, but I got to pay the bills, right? So you know, I'm in this weird position. Do I go into cybersecurity? Do I keep trying to pursue what I actually really like and am passionate about in content creation and streaming? Um, do I just give up on cybersecurity and go work for this company doing a different role that pays better? You know, sales. Do I get into insurance and just say F it all because I have a contact that does insurance? It's like, I don't know, man. And so anytime things don't go well here, it feels like they're not going well in my life, not just in content creation. Because I want this to be what my life. But anyways, good good little side chat while I'm on a black screen. Okay. So this is why we need to talk. And I don't know, because whenever I do your account takeovers for you, Hyper, we talk about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And I remember that we talked about a lot of stuff. And then now it's probably been a couple of weeks since the last takeover. We're taking another look at it. And you're still very not developed on the account. And I'm not trying to be rude, I'm not trying to insult or anything like that. I'm just being honest with you. And the reason I can say that is this is the Ninja account. So this account, and granted, I have more time to play than you, right? I'm willing to understand that we all have our limitations. This is a big topic of a recent video, right? What are the limitations and everything? But this account has been playing for 47 days. And I can 2-key Brutal right now. I did 12.42 million on Brutal today. And here I am going to do on camera for you to see what I can do on Brutal. And I managed to do this in 42 days. Now there's a few arguments to be had here. Oh, you have Ninja, you have Kale instead of Athel. There's definitely some things. If it's about the energy cap, no, you're doing fine. I remember that was a big thing. You're spending your energy, that's good. Well, we're going to talk about silver in a second, because the farming dungeons is a great way to get silver, but it doesn't just come from farming. You also need to sell the bad shit. And that's going to get you a big chunk of silver. But we'll talk about that in a second. But I just wanted to show this to you because this account has a level 40 rare, a level 60 rare. Like, I've only got 3 60s in this. But no, you did a great job. If I remember correctly, you had like tens of thousands of energy, if I'm not mistaken, right? And I do apologize that I don't memorize these accounts as well as I probably should. Yeah, I will. I'm about to go through it. Well, we're still Void Affinity. I'm getting a little less lucky this run than I did last run. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Very, very less lucky. I could... Maybe did I D-rank in Arena? I mean, either way, that should still be enough points. I mean, I am Silver 4, but... it shouldn't have hurt me that bad. Okay, well, I got enough for a 2-key. But then here we are. If we go look over at your account, we're on a 2-key hard, and you've got a much better roster and team than I do. And so we need to figure out kind of what's going on there, right? What champion are you working on right now? What's up, SB? I'm sorry to hear about your bad luck, AFK. Yeah, you'll exactly what Nick said. Eventually, you're gonna hit Mercy, and you'll get a legendary. I don't. How long have you been playing AFK? And Hyper, like I said, who's the champion you're currently working on? No shot, dude. Nah. Mathematically impossible. Okay, so you're working on Madame Saris right now. So when I'm saying that, you're gonna say that you have no bad gear, and your account is over a year old. I'm gonna tell you right now what that means. That means that all of this is bad gear. This is bad gear on my account now. And I understand that there's still a use. By the way that you're leveling gear to um, is a mistake. Now I am not gonna sell all of this stuff. This is a very precious account takeover for me, guys. And the reason I say that is because Hyper's come to me several times. We've done multiple takeovers, and every time we're gonna have, hey, build Mashaled, build Ninja, build this, build that, level this, level that, level this, level that. We are so not there yet on this account. And the reason being is that seemingly one of these champions would be their best champion. No champion on your account has anything more. The most level 16 pieces of gear you have are on your Valkyrie, right here. That's the most level 16 gear. And can a player do this? Absolutely. Is it hurting your account? 100%. You have gear on everybody. Like, look, you have all this 16 gear on somebody that is not even 6 stars. So, if we go and look, and the easiest comparison to make now is my Ninja account, which I don't believe I had the last time I did your takeover. But look at, this is my best champion. All level 16 stuff. The only reason this isn't fully leveled up is because it's defense and not attack, which is what I would want to have on him. Here again, all 16 on my 60. This stuff, it's not an accuracy banner, don't want to level it. It's not a crit damage banner, don't want to level it. Or maybe I get something with better accuracy. I'd rather have a defense or HP banner. This ring perhaps could get upgraded, but and again, here, 16 on everything. When I say that you need to work on one champion, I'm talking from start to finish. I'm talking fully mastered one champion. I'm talking geared in all your best gear, one champion. Because here's the problem. He doesn't have enough silver right now, but the reason he doesn't have enough silver on his account, he has 1.37 million. And I'm going to assume the reason is because, again, if we look at this gear, I'm looking at the wrong thing, sorry. We have all of these pieces that are leveled, random levels. By the way, you leveled flat defense boots, right? So we have all of this gear that is kind of being leveled all over the place with seemingly no, from what I can tell, focus, right? And again, I'm only taking over the account. It's my like third time looking at the account. I'm not speaking to you, and I'm not going to read your mind. You probably had a reason and intention behind some of this stuff, right? But, and then on top of that, then you have every single character with gear on them. And so, just as a comparison, because here's what I think, like, you need to start this account over. We can give you advice for a year-old account. That advice doesn't apply to you because you haven't you're so far behind. Um, so like case in point here, built, 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 no gear, no gear, no built kinda. This is for a quest, right? All my other champions that I will eventually want to use, none of them have any gear on them. Because I want my gear on the champions that I'm going to use. And we're in such a weird spot because we're so far behind. But then we have all of these, everybody's got gear. I mean, you know, and it's some of the gear respectfully doesn't make a whole lot of sense, right? Because he's a nuker. And you have all these level 50s. Everybody's got gear. And now finally we're down to the 40s and they're not geared. Now, do you have a larger roster than mine? Could you make that argument? Like, okay, well, you know, I have more champions than you. Sure. But I really want to see you doing one champion at a time from start to finish. We don't have any blessings on anybody. Except for Chronicler Adolin. Yeah. There was a ninja one. Can you even afford that? No. We do have a blessing. We have 1 star in Rathalos. We got 2 star in Ethael. Yeah, he could probably. Well, that's. Yeah. Exactly. Why level 10 pieces? Like, there's a lot of question marks here. Level 10. So just. And if I'm talking down to you, I apologize. But I want to be clear with you about some stuff. So gear gets bonuses when. Yeah, Flakes, I bet you he probably still has it in. No, he doesn't. But I'm not telling him to take all the gear off right now. I'm saying that there are probably pieces across the entire account that he could put onto Artak, and Artak could probably solo something. Like, you know, we're talking here's the way that I'm approaching this account. This is for everybody, just so you guys have a better understanding of my mindset approaching this account. I am approaching this account like they just started it today, but got handed like, and I'm talking like they installed the game today. They went through the tutorial, and after the tutorial, there was a glitch, and all of a sudden they have this roster of champions and all a bunch of level 12 and gear. Okay, that's how we have to approach this account. Um, and so the easiest way for me to approach that is how am I approaching the ninja account, right? One champion at a time. And so I started with my Kale, right? Then I did Ninja, then Venomage. My next project is Claude because he improves. But you'll notice that each and every one of those champions is built head to toe. So here's what we're going to do. We are taking a big step back and we're going to pick a champion on your account that, and I'm talking, this means every single champion on your account right now. I would recommend that you pick one of these 60s. Let's see where we are on books. No books there. Some books here. Okay. Just for argument's sake, I'm curious. So, Hyper, here's what I want you to do. You're going to tell me right now, you're going to pick a champion that you want to be 6 stars, fully leveled up on the account. Honestly, you know what? I'm really tempted to just build your ninja. All right. Who's your campaign farmer? You're still using Athel? Let's take a look at this campaign farm time. All right, 2, 3, 4. I like what you're doing here. You've got a level 2 star, a 3 star, and a 4 star. I like this. We're going to run this. 12-3 brutal. I am all for Icky building an unkillable team and looking into that in the future, but right now we have some like core mechanics that we need to focus on before we get into working on unkillables. They do not have a 6-star Gale. They went Athel first. All right, so 22nd time. That's not terrible. I'm just checking. I'm just curious. I don't know what your build is on Sun Wukong. I'm just looking to see if he is any better at this or not, or if he just fails. All right, so he does take way too long, especially unbooked. Okay. Yeah. All right, so nobody's even fully mastered yet. Okay. All right. Stretching. It's game time. All right, I take back everything I said. We're not building. Let's try him. Let's try Artak. Yeah. So we're like I said, we're going from stage 1 here, right? Like we're starting all over. Now I don't like this Artak build at all. We're gonna change this, but I need to find your campaign farmer. And Athel is fine right now, but I do think we'll have better luck. Is he that slow that these guys are cutting in on him? Or does this chick have gear on her? Okay. All right, we're rebuilding your Artak, and because he can be your campaign farmer and he can do everything in the game that you need. I know you want Ninja. Artak is a better option right now because he has at least 1 book on him, and you need to stop doing this. Like your Artak is who you're focusing on. I'm deciding for you because Artak can solo shit. Artak can He can be your campaign farmer. He can solo stuff. He works well on clan boss. That's your we're focusing on Artak right now. Okay. So I'm just going to be clear with you. I am going to take over, full takeover right now, and I'm building your Artak and doing what's right for you. But we're talking Artak will be built not by me today, but you need to get Artak built start to finish. By the way, you still have the level 3 upgrade for your mine to do, so you need to get that knocked out too. You know, for example, been playing for a few months. Fully upgraded gem mine was the first place. I've got 1,900 gems I'm sitting on right now. I don't know what you're spending your gems on, but you have a 3,330 energy stockpile. This should be not 253. This should be in the thousands. Save your gems. Save them. They are, I don't know what you're spending them on, but they're not benefiting you at all. Straight up. Wherever you're putting them, they're not helping. Don't use them on rerolls. Don't use them on clan boss keys. Don't use them on shards, ancient shards. Worry about gems for energy right now. Don't use it on silver. Definitely don't use them on silver. Energy is silver. So if you want silver, use your gems. No, that's where you want to spend your gems, is on energy only. Don't spend them on anything else. I mean, you can eventually, but this is an energy stockpile that doesn't have a cap like this one does. Right? So, for example, when I'm doing a fusion and I have 1,000 energy and I need for a tournament, let's do the dragon tournament right now. Okay, so for the dragon tournament, I need roughly 1,650 energy. And I spent 1,000 energy that I had on hand. I'll spend maybe 300 gems, but don't check my math on that, guys, to get the remaining 650 and finish out the tournament that way. That's what gems, I don't use gems to buy anything else in this game. Certainly not silver. Here's the reality. If you need silver, buy energy. Use the energy to farm shit and get silver. All right? So I am going to head to toe, top to bottom, build out your Artak. I am stripping. Okay, here, I need your permission because I'm not going to mess with your account. Do I have your permission to rebuild your Artak into something reasonable? And while you're deciding that and giving me your answer, I'm going to explain why Artak. Artak has AoE hits on everything. All of this is AoE hits, meaning he can be your campaign farmer. He can do damage to waves. He can be your minnow farmer, right? All right, cool. We're rebuilding Artak. I'm stripping. We're doing, including equipped, and we're going top to bottom. So HP, we want accuracy, speed. This would be a perfect piece. Doesn't exist. Six-star HP, love it. And you're going to say, well, what about regen set? I don't think we need regen set. Honestly, I'd rather have lifesteal, but I honestly believe I could probably build him well enough with the gear that most of the content that we're looking to do, he can do. By the way, you have supports on the account, so we don't really need lifesteal now that I think about it. So I'm getting rid of regen. I'm not going to make him a solo champion right now. I am just making him how I would want to build a Kale, basically, that has a support. Because you have really good supports that'll keep you alive. I'm not... fine, we can do fitting room, I guess. I don't think we need to. This is definitely going on him. But, okay. So now we're going for speed. I do want accuracy as a substat on it. There we go. I want to be fast. These are only level 12. I would make these better. But as far as speed boots go, these are your best speed boots on the account. So they go on your best champion on the account right now. The one, and I don't mean like in terms of like there are better champions than Artak on your account. Artak is 60. Artak is who we're building. So we are building an Artak. We are making him to be a carry machine. Okay, that's the plan. Now what do I want? How do I want to build him? I really do think I want to try and build him to do some damage as well. Not just all of his stuff coming from his stats. But I don't know that we can get enough crit rate because neither of these pieces have any crit rate. So maybe we go crit rate gloves for now. There we go. I like that a lot. So we're at 75% crit rate. So in these top three, we're looking for a little bit more crit rate. So now I'm going to filter this. And we're going to go speed, accuracy, crit rate, crit damage. I really like this piece. We'll do that. All right. We're going to take off the crit damage portion. And I want to sort this by crit rate because we need a bunch of crit rate. We're looking for... I'm going to have to save this as a preset. I'm going to go to 95% and assume you have the right mastery, but we may have to change that. Oh, we already got a weapon. Yeah, let's take that off. All right, that's 9% there. So if we do this and this, we're at 98. We may have the mastery, we may not. We don't know. We're going to save this as a preset. So I can take a look. All right, we already have the crit damage mastery, or crit rate mastery. So, preset manager, we're going to try this on again. And then we're going to go to equipped. And let's see if we can find a shield with crit rate, hide set filters. What's the highest crit rate shield that we have? I actually really like this piece in general because it matches. We get 2-piece Slayer out of it. So that's going to give us some more crit damage as well. So we'll try this piece on. And obviously we're over on crit rate now. So I kind of want to find a helmet. We're losing speed. This is a very fast helmet. I like this a lot. And we could always ascend this. Not right now, but we could. Ooh, very nice. Very, very, very nice. What's the 3-piece? 5% speed. We're going to take that. This needs to go to 16, but we're going to put it on for right now. And then he's got on a defense ring. Do we have any that's HP? A 4-star. And we don't own a accuracy banner on the account right now. But what I will do is take this up to 8. Really like the rolls on this, and we're going to get a bunch more accuracy out of it. We lose a little bit of HP, which is damage for him, so that's not great, but I do like the extra accuracy because I want to be able to get you to do higher stages of stuff, and we don't have the banner to make up for this. So, all right. So 191 speed. Now, I realize that you guys may look at this and say, well, you know, this needs to be better. This is, imagine starting Raid Shadow Legends and your Kale has this gear. That's the way that you need to think of it in your head right now. Now, the problem is going to require 710 silver, which we only have 600k. This is where it gets tricky. Now, I do think I'm willing to bet. I don't know. This is where it gets difficult for me to make some of these decisions that I want to make. Like, I straight up want to do this, and I know that this is not good. Like, I want to sell all the 4-star shit. But, tell you what, how much? Okay, we can definitely sell all of this, though. Like, I don't care. You can think what you want. Like, can I sell all your 3-star stuff? Like, and you don't need this. Yeah, we could do that, too. Sell flat bottom pieces. Yes, we'll do that next. But I need permission to sell all the 3- and 2-star stuff first that you have on champions for literally no reason. This is not doing you any favors at all. All right. They're gonna get out of here. All right, they're gonna charge me to remove all that stuff. All right, what I will do is the old school trick where we do this stuff is all bad. Don't level this stuff. I don't care that it's a 6-star piece. It's flat attack, bro. Actually, no. Not terrible for you right now. I'll let you keep the feral boots because you could re-roll these in the future. You want me to sell the 4-star gear? All right, I'm going to do... Here's what I'll do. Man, I really don't want to do a full gear cleanse. All right. Yep, bye. Bye, bye. It's a lot of crit rate. That might make a piece work. Those substats don't match the chest. Nope. Nope. Just in case. You don't have a lot of speed boots, so I do want to make sure I don't get rid of too many speed boots that are 4 stars. I'm going to sell any speed gear that doesn't have a speed substat. Except for those. I'll let you keep all the life. Well, I don't know. You don't need lifesteal gear because you have supports. So one of the big reasons that I'm rocking lifesteal gear on all my champions right now is because I don't have any healers. But you have healers, and you have good healers. That's not bad. So we want to make sure we're playing. This is just a bad set. I don't care about Frenzy set. I really don't. Regen. I know the stats that I would want on this set for what you're looking to do. And we just don't have it. So again, stats over sets, by the way. I'm wondering if we couldn't benefit from a shield on some type of support early, but I don't think 4-star shield set is going to cut it. So I'm going to chop all this up. Keep the speed boots, though. You really don't have any speed boots. All right, I'm going to stop after this one because we've got 2 million silver right here. So, we're going to equip Artak. Oh, I've got 2 separate presets now, but we want this one. And then delete that one. Damn it. All right, so now let's take Artak into campaign. And let's see how much better this does. Still underperforming for what I would like, but we don't have full masteries. We don't have a lot of HP on him either, now that I think about it. Oh, let's take this too. Uh-oh. Yep. Okay. No, I'm not going to do that, Hyper. And you know why I'm not going to do that? Because you need to stop doing that. Those champions don't exist on your account right now. This is what you have right now. We're building Artak. You do not need to have every single champion on your account built all at the same time. Artak is going to be used in every fight. You're not going to use Demitha in every fight. You're not going to use Wither in every fight. Stop doing it. All right. So we need a little bit more silver. So we're going to go back in here. Don't make me time you out, vodka. I'm kidding, by the way. But, all right. So we were all the way down here. Okay. So here's the mentality that you have right now. You use the Mytha in Clan Boss. You're doing hard Clan Boss on an account that's over a year old. Or maybe not over a year old, but that is at least over 270 days old. All right, you're doing hard. I'm pretty sure this Artak can do hard by himself. Once we get him mastered. Masteries will be a big thing. The reason, the thing is like, I understand it. Like, it makes sense. It makes sense from the right point of view. Right? You're looking at this game. You're looking at this game like Pokemon. And you're like, well, if I have a whole bunch of Pokemon, then I can win. The problem is that you're basically playing, but imagine playing Pokemon, but everyone is the strength of a Metapod. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, you may not get, you may have never played Pokemon and don't get the analogy, but you could have an entire roster of ninjas. If none of them are built right, it doesn't effing matter. You could have 4 Newts and a Yumiko, and it doesn't matter if they're not built right. Like, champions are the key, but so is gear. There's so many different levels to this game. I think that's the command I did for it. There we go. That I typed that in for response to you, Umel. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with this banner, by the way. The reason I went with this pinpoint ring instead of this ring that is arguably better was for the accuracy, but I'm going to go back. A little bit of a waste of silver here, but I think I'm going to go back just for the stats and so I don't have to level something else and for the base HP because he is HP-based nuker. And we've got way more crit damage now, so I'd like to see him again one more time as your campaign farmer. Now, this is a bare bones build, no masteries, no books, 16-second farm. Just for comparison's sake to the Ninja account, because this is the closest account that you are to me. So you're farming faster than I am. All right. This is why I picked Artak. Right here. Let's do it again. Right? And eventually, your A1, we can one-shot those guys too. We're not there yet, but we will be. We had to make some concessions, right? Like, I didn't optimize. I optimized for crit rate, but not HP, right? So we don't have any HP. I optimized for speed, accuracy, and crit rate. There's no HP here, no HP here, no HP here, right? Now this helmet should be 16. And I want to explain that to you. So I want you to listen very carefully here. Why does the helmet be 16? The helmet should be 16 because the base stat is HP. If I take this to 16, the maximum is 3,480. That is 1,100 more HP, than the next level up. It's even more than that because it's currently 2,231. I saw this 2,380 and my math is wrong. Regardless, it's over 1,000 more HP for your character. But does this matter? Does this shield matter? It matters less. The reason being that he is HP based, but defense keeps you alive. So still good. All right. So we have your campaign farmer now. Now, what else can he do? Well, let's take a look at a dungeon that you've probably ignored a little bit. All right, let's see. What stage would he do well on? Can he do stage 13? So let's see if Artak can pull this off. He has no survivability, but we can bring other people in there with him. I just want to see if he can do it. He's not going to be able to do this. I'm pretty sure he's not able to do this. All right, so this is fine. Now, it's slow. Okay, it's very slow. But he is in no danger here. None whatsoever. He is totally fine farming stage 16, or stage 13, rather. Why stage 13 and not stage 14 or 15? Well, 14... Actually, yeah, he could probably do 14. Let's see if he could do 15. So we're not worried about a level 20, a stage 20. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay, they hit too hard. I struggle on stage 15, and I've got 3 fully mastered champions still. I will test stage 14 for you. But I don't have Artak built for spider and HP burn strategies. We're not there yet. Like, we're not there yet, and we need to stop. We need, and I'm not yelling at anybody in chat. I'm saying that the approach needs to be maxing out the champion, and that's it. All right. So yeah, no, I don't think this stage, it feels a lot less safe. We don't have any healing, right? So I don't think we come back from this one. I think we're done. We have a little bit. Maybe? Thank you, Amel, for becoming a member. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's too risky. Even if it did succeed there, that's too risky. But you now have a 1 minute stage 13. Okay. So what you're gonna Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is easier if you use RSL Helper. So if you have RSL Helper, right, I can come in here and I can say, hey, farm until you get Minnow Scrolls. I don't know if you play on PC. You may play on your phone. It's different. But I want you to run your Artak in here until you get all your masteries on him. Okay? And I would probably remaster him as well and go with, just for the sake of argument, I can just look it up too. And I want to explain this too for everyone watching as well. I'm dumbing stuff, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean it like I am making, this is the same reason when I tell people speed boots only, right? That's a very basic kind of dumbed down advice because that's not always the answer, but for beginning players, it is the answer. And so, there's a couple of builds here on Hell Hades. All right. So we've got a general PvE build. We have a solo farm build. That might be maybe the one that you were doing, and Spider Burner. Let's do general PvE. He's our generalist. In the way that I'm looking at this is that I started this account today. I got handed I used a promo code and I got 1,000 champions. 3 of them are 60 and a bunch of them are 50, right? Like that's how I'm looking at this. And we're just starting completely over. So I would just go with this general PvE build. I think you're better off with the accuracy. You need it right now. You don't have a lot. No. So now here's the trick, right? Athel is normally, your starter champion is normally who I say yes, 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 yes. But we're starting with a year-old account. So like I said, I'm looking at this from day one. So if the only reason that my campaign farmer is Kale is because he just hits harder than anybody else right now on the roster. But eventually, probably Herndig will be my campaign farmer when he's built, because he has, actually maybe not Herndig, maybe Hefrak. Or maybe I get a better campaign farmer along the way. But you have a really good campaign farmer to start the game, right? You have an Artak. He's very good. He's very strong. I would recommend that we do the general PvE build. Just make him a generalist. War Master is the key. You're going to get a lot of damage out of War Master once we get there. Now, here's how, and I'm going to tell you exactly who you should build next. Let me refresh my memory on her kit. All right. So next you're going Withered. Now, should you go Valkyrie? Should you go Sun Wukong? There's arguments for that. But here's why I want Withered next. She's the best healer you have on your account. She is a cleanser. She is a healer and brings increased defense to give you survivability, and leech. Leech, this right here, this is like lifesteal, right? Plus the continuous healing on top of that. But slow down. Don't get ahead of yourself, okay? So right now we're all in on Artak. And let's take a look at what Artak can do in the dungeons, okay? By the way, you don't have an XP boost right now. So when you go to use him as your farmer, which I know you're going to do, yeah, I think Athel, I don't think you're ever going to use Athel again. I would tell you, I'll put it to you this way. If I had this roster at the start of a game, I don't 6-star Kale, probably. That's not entirely true because but it's more complicated than that because you've already skipped all the stuff that you would use Ethel for, right? You've already done all of the other campaigns, right? You did hard, right? You did normal. You kind of fast forwarded basically. So you don't really need Ethel, and she's the weakest one of the weaker starting champions anyways. I would just use Artak now. Artak is a starting champion. He gets 3 AoE hits. So here's the thing, like keeping her for early Fire Knight doesn't make any sense either because of how deep this roster is. We have an alert, right? So baby steps, one champion at a time again. Yeah, we have alert. We also have Valkyrie. We also, like, you have all the tools you need to succeed in this game, but you're using every tool at once. And what ends up happening is you're trying to screw in a screw with a hammer, right? And you're trying to nail down a nail with a screw because everything is all over the place. Like, this is like, you can see Mikolaj saying it right now. Most of the people on the channel want your roster, but they don't want anything else that's on here. And that's what we got to improve, is the everything else. Exactly. Slowly build them up one by one. This isn't just a roadblockism. This is a Raid Shadow Legends-ism. This is something that needs to happen for the sake of the account and progressing it in the right way. Whenever you are farming campaign, whenever you are leveling food, you need to have an XP boost. Now, I want to be clear. Please listen carefully to me. Don't do it at the risk of wasting resources. Now, on my Ninja account, I have 2 weeks of this. You have 0 of it. You can spend gems to get it. You don't have enough gems right now, but always get, I would do the 3-day boost. Or if you're going to say, so here's what I want you to do. The next time you go to farm, I'm just checking something real quick. Yeah, I won't be able to. So you're going to get an XP boost right here. So not in 2 days, when you get this free XP boost, start leveling your food. Only level it up while you have that XP boost, okay? Don't level food without this XP boost. You're losing a lot. This is 100%. That means double. Now, you have one sitting in here. If you want to level people today, click this and start leveling your food. But the food that you're leveling needs to be garbage that you're going to feed to Wither, because I want Wither to be your next 6-star. Yes, you already have a 6-star Wukong. You already have a 6-star Valkyrie. Let's pretend they don't exist. The reason that I'm saying that, and I don't mean that in the sense of like, well, I'm not going to use them then. You can use them. They're still usable. But you're so easily distracted on your account that you're going to say, my Artak is done. He's not done. He still needs masteries, which is where your energy is going to go. He still needs masteries, and he still needs this to be 16. And then I would not 16 this. I would wait till you get an HP one. But we're going to do some spider here in a second. But you're going to level up food. You're going to get 5 rares leveled up to 50. Leveled up to 5 stars, but level 1, okay? And then you're going to feed them to this Wither the Crowned. And then you're going to build her. You're not going to build gear on anybody else. The only thing I'll let you do is fill in these empty slots with gear that is already leveled. Okay? Because I don't want you to keep doing this. By the way, one thing I forgot to elaborate on, taking a piece to 10 doesn't do you any good. You get these bonuses I'm in the way a little bit. You get these bonuses every time a piece gets to 16 or gets 4, 8, 12, and 16 is when you get the bonuses applied. So taking a piece to 10 doesn't do anything. Taking a piece to 13 doesn't do anything for you, okay? So let's see what Artak can do for you now in his current build. What are we doing on Spider? So Spider 10. By the way, best place to farm right now. Spider 10 is a great place to farm. We're going to take out Syl. You have Wither. Don't need Syl. Doesn't matter. We're going to put in Valkyrie because she's level 60. We're going to put in Wukong because they're level 60. It's that simple. I'm leaving Wither because she's your healer. Let's see what this does now with the improved Artak. Yeah, I'll fill in the spaces. Give me a second. While this is running, I'm going to look something up for you. So the audio is going to cut out. I apologize, everybody. I almost feel like he'd be better solo. Because everybody else is just so slow. I'm probably going to rebuild your Wukong and your Valkyrie too. I think if I build the Wukong, this will go a lot faster. All right, so we're almost done. I typed it in chat for you. All right, so you notice that's a 5-star piece, by the way. So let's talk about why Stage 10 is so good. So this is the Spider's Den loot table. All right, Hyper. Now oops, I don't want to zoom in. There we go. I'm going to do this right now so you can see the whole thing. So you'll notice on stage 10, I'll zoom in. 81.8% chance of 5-star piece. The only area where that's better, only spot better than that is stage 20. So it's unknown if this is some sort of bug or what, but it won't work for you, Nick, because it has a time limit, so you can't spam it. But this stage 10 is really, really good to farm because you're going to get a higher chance at 5-star pieces. Do you lose out on a chance for a 6-star piece? Sure. But until you get to stage 20, I would rather have 5-star pieces, right? And so that's what I do on the Ninja account. Now, my Ninja account, much faster. I go into Spider really quickly here. Now, still slow, but faster. Why? Because everybody else on the team is built correctly. You only have, imagine that I'm doing this with only Kale. That's why it takes so long, right? Because you're essentially doing it with only Kale. I also have Brimstone now. I also have blessings and such on everybody here as well. And there we go. So 58 seconds, that's what you're going to be able to do once we get, in fact, so now we're going to go back and I'm going to fix those champions that I broke. But we're going to do it again in a similar mindset where we're trying to max them out. So why is you want to know why your Sun Wukong is hitting so weak? Because he has got an HP banner. And I bet you I can tell you why you have him in an HP chest. You probably have him in an HP chest because he dies. That's okay. He revives. This can be the squishiest champion on Earth. It don't matter, right? So, we're going to try to fix this. Now, let's check here. Ooh, okay. Okay, so we definitely want, so let's turn on fitting room. We want to try that on. All right, so no crit damage. That's HP. So we're going to go at attack instead. Well, sorry. Yeah, so we want the attack ring with the attack percent substats. We want that. All right, none of these necks really matter. So we're going to look for one that has better stats. I actually think this one's better because of the crit damage. And I'll actually take this to 8 because we have some silver to play with and hope. All right, we get a little bit of extra crit damage. You want this to be attack or crit damage. You can run like an attack one, and then if you get like a really lucky 4-roll crit damage on the bottom, it can be about the same. Man. So, I'm putting it in chat what you need to do for an account takeover. Okay. So right here, we're going to save that preset. Those are the best accessories you have right now, okay? Now let's see if we can build... Do we have anything... Oh, okay. Now we're talking. I really like this piece. The reason I really like this piece, not only is it crit damage with crit rate and attack percent, it's also a perception piece, so we could potentially work with that elsewhere. So we want attack percent with speed, crit rate, crit damage, and accuracy on a chest. We've got quite a few options here. which is really, really good. Wait. I'm just dumb. Okay. So now let's say, because I want him to be a nuker more than I want him to have accuracy. Okay. I just want to look and see what attack percent chests we have. Yeah. So I think this one's fine. Speed on the boots with crit rate, crit damage. So these are better for your Sun Wukong than your Athel. I'm going to make that swap. So now we're looking in the top 3. We're looking perfect piece right here. All right. Don't want to take anything off Artak. I don't want to use a 4-star piece. So we're going to go down a peg here. Crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Couldn't ask for a better piece. Ooh, actually, here we go. I like the more crit rate. As much as I want to try to make the set work, I'm going to go stats over sets, right? Wait. Oh, you have a better shield already on him. So we'll keep that one on him. So we need to find some more crit rate, right? Because we've lost quite a bit. So let's amend this a little bit. By the way, some of this isn't leveled, right? So like if we'll take this to 12. We have enough silver for that. Ah, very unlucky on the rolls there. But what is your highest crit rate piece? We got 16% crit rate right here. We lose a lot on all the other stats, but this is the same, but we also get crit damage. So I'm happy with that. 83%. And so now we're looking at a weapon. And a perception weapon. Nice. There we go. 97%, 175%. Very slow, though. But our boots aren't fully leveled. And that makes a big difference. Because, again, we're 27 speed. But if I upgrade that, it goes up to 40. That's a lot more speed. And it's okay for your nuker to be a little bit slow. Because you're going to have other champions boosting him. And this could get an additional crit rate roll still. Right? It's only 10. In fact, we can easily take this to 12. We get a little bit of HP. That's fine. But this would be the preset that I recommend for your Wukong. For Valkyrie, we'll just fill these in really quickly. Defense on the chest, speed on the boots. So I'm actually going to go defense percent on the gloves. So those gloves are fine. See, now you're trying to get me to do it. Now you're trying to get me to make the same mistakes. Can't do that. That we've got on your account. So we'd probably want HP percent if possible. Speed and HP, yeah, give her some survivability there. Now, obviously, you need to level these up. So the answer is no. But no, okay. The answer is yes, but I'm not going to rebuild it. So if we look at Rathalos, damage based on attack, attack, attack. He's an attack-based nuker. You have supports to keep these guys alive. Attack on the chest. Crit rate or crit damage on the gloves. You don't need to live. Okay? You're going to live off of the graciousness of your supports. They will keep you alive. And speed on the boots. Then you're looking for crit rate 100% and as much crit damage as you can get. It's that simple. Basically, the build that I did for your Wukong. Oh, this is the last Wukong build that I did. What's this one? So I gave you this build, and you thought you knew better than me and didn't even want to use it. Huh? Just kidding. Okay, so what's the one that I just gave you do? That's your current one. This is what I recommended. So this one had 92% crit rate, 165% crit damage, 146 speed. Yeah, this one's better. You're faster. You have more crit rate, a little bit less crit damage, 3,300 attack. Yeah, the one that I built for you before is just better. So I am going to get rid of the other one that I just wasted all my time doing. But yeah, this one is better for your Wukong. So don't forget that I made this for you and equip this and level that gear on your Wukong. All right. So in chat, I'm telling you, hey, we're building Artak, we're building Artak, and you're still doing it. Because in chat, well, what about Wukong? What about Valkyrie? What about Wither? What about Rathalos? Stop. No more whatabouts. We need to get Artak done first. You don't think about. We're taking one step back to take a huge leap forward. Okay? Think of it like that. Because if you start going back and building everybody, where do we end up again? We end up again with level 13 gear, level 12 gear, like level 14 chest piece. That's a gray chest, like. No, and I'll tell you why the preset that I deleted was worse, because you didn't have 100% crit rate and you were slower. Speed is king in this game. Now, you don't want everybody, eventually you want certain speeds to be faster than others, right? But for now, you want fast. That's why you'll notice everything I did on Artak, I tried to get him as fast as possible. Your Artak is 207 speed. That's really, really good. So, the only other thing we have to do on Wither is boots, but that's very, very easy. We find speed boots. I would put on her the fastest ones, and then we would also want HP percent because she heals based on her HP. These ones are already somewhat leveled, but they didn't roll anything in HP. So what if we do 8 on this? 2 times into attack. So not for her. The resistance will actually be better on her, so there you go. There's your boots. Now those would need to get leveled up to 16. But in terms of what we're doing on the account, one champion at a time. Artak is not done. So, what are you going to do? This is your homework assignment. You're going to fully master Artak. Now, I'm going to warn you. your clan boss may be worse. So you did hard, I think, right? Yeah. So how many? We had 2 hours. All right. Ah, shit. Okay. Take Demitha out of clan boss. Demitha makes sense in. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This is a long-term future goal, by the way. Because you have Demitha. And I think someone said they saw. No, wait. Maybe vaulted? Okay, good. No Maneater. Um no, we don't have that one. Um how many Painkeepers did you have? One. Okay. Oh, you have Myth Air Salad, I bet. No, you don't have a Seeker, right? No. Okay. And I don't think you have a Deacon. No. So you don't have an unkillable team yet. At least not that I can find. Um Yes, they have Warcaster and Demitha. I couldn't find a Mythcaster that didn't use some of the other, like a Deacon or Seeker or something. So I did see a Demitha team that used 2 Painkeepers to be unkillable. Um, and that one I think was and then that one used Salad Mashaled, right? So there is a Mashaled Demitha team with, I think, let me pull it up for you. No, this one uses Seeker. Sorry. So that one needs Deacon. Yeah. So this is the budget Myth Air, which is Myth and Demitha and Eris. Um, so this uses 2 Painkeepers and then a really high speed DPS that could probably be a bunch of different. Not Ninja. Don't use Ninja. I don't think that's gonna hurt you more than help you. But really high speed requirements. Eris can be farmed in campaign, but once you get a second Painkeeper, then you can build an unkillable team for clan boss. But so you have your goal, but this is the other thing that I want you to avoid. Don't just use Eris in or Demitha because everyone says Demitha's good for clan boss. Um, The important thing is, why is Demytha good for clan boss? She can make an unkillable team, but she needs the help to do it. So she doesn't do anything for you if the unkillables don't stay. Does that make sense? She can place unkillable. Well, you know what? A great way to test this is if we go to dungeons, because the dragon is very, very similar. So if we go in, yeah, and see, I think that's why you have Morag in there too. Like, you have a level 50 Morag. Artak is your, like Sun Wukong, Valkyrie. These are the guys you have built. They are your best champions, right? I'm sure there's probably somewhere out there Morag's really good for dragon or something. Cool. She's level 50, right? And so you probably don't have any saved teams probably. And I probably just screwed you all up, but just thinking about what I want to do. But I do think that this is going to be your clan boss team that I would recommend. I actually don't like the aura there, to be completely honest. I would much rather get you a speed aura from High Katoon, maybe. I just don't know how well built your High Katoon is the intimidating part about that. Yeah, not built, which is fine. Don't build her, okay? Let's work with what we've got. Don't spread yourself out too far. I actually do like this, though. So this is going to be a good combo for you. Then your healer, and then you have your currently built damage dealer. Your Rathalos is built like ass. But I really don't want to give you too much. I don't. I just flat out do not. Your Wukong, if you put him in the build that I told you to use, your Wukong will be fine. And you're going to sit there and say, but Rathalos hits so much harder on clan boss than Sun Wukong does. Yes. If he's built right. And if he's 60. And if this. And if that. Right? You don't have it. He's level 50. He's not there yet. So, Wither Artak, and you're going to be consistently improving their builds, but just Wither and Artak are going to do so much content for you. I would do the following. And again, because you don't have any books, it gets very, very, very difficult. I would go, like, we've almost got Artak finished. Finish Artak. I would do everything you can just to get him masteries. Okay? There is, exactly. Shelton says it best. There's a big difference between 50 and 60. What I'm going to say, because you're not under an XP boost right now, don't worry about leveling anybody up. Let's get our masteries done. So we're going to go into stage 13 with our Artak. Like I said, if you have RSL Helper, I would use it. You don't have to, but make sure you're paying attention that you're not wasting scrolls. Nobody else comes in here with Artak. Because what happens if I bring 4 other people, you're spreading your masteries across everybody. We don't want that. We want one really super powered carry right now. And then we're going to keep building on that carry champion. That's what I did here on my ninja account. Okay. So on the ninja account, I grinded up my way through Minotaur. And all these 3 now have masteries. So they stay in Minotaur. And the next person I want masteries, I put in and I run Minotaur. And then only scrolls go to him. And you just one at a time. One at a time. The reason being that only one person gets scrolls on Minotaur. You can have 5 people that are not fully mastered in Minotaur. Only one person gets scrolls. So it doesn't matter. You're still going to have to do it the same number of runs, whether you have 5 people in Minotaur or 1 person in Minotaur. But it's better to get that 1 person War Master, because then Minotaur goes faster. Then you have 2 people with War Master. Minotaur goes faster. Then you have 3 people with War Master. Minotaur goes faster. You see what I'm saying? So it's saving you time in the long run by doing it in short bursts. So once Artak is fully completed, and let's review, what does that mean? Artak will have full masteries. We're going with the recommended PvE masteries from Hell Hades. His gear will be fully leveled up. This will be level 16. I'll give you a pass on the shield. You can keep that at level 12. Defense will help him. It's not necessary. You can hold off on that. Okay? Hopefully we'll get a better banner. Hopefully we get a better ring. But for right now, we want War Master. You have no War Master on any single one of your champions. And I am going to... This is why my dragon that's on stage 16 can do it in a minute. War Master, War Master, War Master. Correct. I'm getting there, Icky. You're a step ahead of me. I'm trying to get the framework in first. I don't think Wither needs to be booked, in my opinion. I think that she can be eventually, and it's better that she is. But I want books into Artak right now. I don't want books anywhere else. Books into Artak. We're building Artak. All right. So you see those 14 545s in here? I can slow it down a little bit. 14. No, those are poisons. Sorry. Which one's War Master? He doesn't do it. No, yeah, 14 365. That's War Master. Yeah, okay. Either way, that damage that I'm doing in there, those are War Master procs, I think. This could be poison procs. One of these is War Master. I'm going to figure it out. That was poison, 14 410. All right. It's on that. My point is, War Master is more damage. Because it does percent-based HP damage relative to the HP of the target. And so when you have a target like Clan Boss, whose HP pool is infinite, then you're guaranteed, then you're going to, it caps at a certain point. So you'll do a certain amount of damage that's War Master every time, but it speeds up boss killing. To the point, if I had my main account up, I could show you on Bommel, Lady Annabelle, who you have, can solo Bommel in Doom Tower. And when she does that, you need to have War Master. It's good to have War Master on her, because then War Master just kills the boss. It does that much damage. It's still a 10-minute run, but without War Master, you probably can't even do it. It's probably 1,500 turns. War Master makes a difference there. So, okay. Now, Icky brought up a really good point about legendary books. The only legendary books that you're going to use are going to go into Artak. Why? We want cooldown reduction. Cooldown. We want these to be 3-turn cooldowns. Okay? You do not need to book this 100%. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you get books to land on these, good. If it happens to get... These need to be fully booked. This one doesn't. So if you're lucky enough to dodge some and get books in good spots, you can do that. So for example, my
Tayrell. I've got 5 books here, 5 books here, 4 books here. Never booking him again. I do not care. I don't care about the damage of this ability. I just want it to land decrease attack. Right? I can show you more on my main free-to-play account, which I'm not logged into right now. But now with Ninja, I would have to do it all, right? Because buff, debuff chance. But books are a thing. Cooldowns matter. A 3-turn cooldown, beautiful. Love it. A 5-turn cooldown, terrible. We don't want that, right? So, back to your account and why this is relevant for your account. Legendary books all go to Artak. You're going to need to start building some epics. You currently don't have any. You've talked about building Madame Saris. I think that's a fine thing. I don't think Emergency Heal is doing jack shit for you because she doesn't have any shields other than any shields provided by Valkyrie. But I think Madame Saris is fine for you. She will become your decreased defense champion. She's easy to book. She's got a little bit of other crowd control. Wait. Oh, she does have a shield. Never mind. I'm dumb. Emergency heal. Okay. Fine. I don't love it, but it's fine. So she can be your debuffer, your decreased defense champion. Yeah, thank you. I apologize that I'm not familiar enough with her kit. But the important thing to understand is that she's really there. She's your decreased defense champion and decreased attack champion. She's void. You can take her in clan boss. In fact, that's something we didn't consider with the theoretical clan boss team we were building. Now, I'm using Dragon to do that, to build your theoretical team. But eventually, Madame Saris can be part of that because she's a 3-turn decrease attack with a void affinity, so it doesn't matter what affinity they are. Sorry, does it book to a 3-turn? I might be wrong. No, it's a 4-turn. That sucks. Okay. Not the ability doesn't suck, but that sucks for what we're looking to do with it. All right. Don't worry about Madame Saris for clan boss then. Eventually, we'd like to get Rathalos doing it. Doing clan boss and bringing your decreased defense. This is on an A1, right? Yeah. So I know that's a 3-turn, which would be good. So Venom Mage would be good. Ooh, Anax, right? Weaken and decrease defense, right? So when we're talking decreased defense, why do I care about 3-turn cooldown so much? So if you have a 2-to-1 ratio, then the decreased defense is always up. What does that mean? 2 turns to every 1 turn from clan boss means that you'll always keep the decreased defense up if the affinity is not negative. So that's a big if. That's why I liked Madame Saris, because this is not she can't be negative affinity to anybody. The problem is it's a 4-turn cooldown, which makes it less efficient. And eventually you will want to bring decreased defense and weaken if you can. But you have really good options for decreased defense on your account. And I like Duke here. Decrease attack and decrease defense on a 3-turn cooldown. That's really good. Stagnite, decrease defense, decrease attack on a 3-turn cooldown when booked. Venom Mage, decrease defense, decrease attack, single target here. on a 3-turn cooldown when booked, but also brings damage reduction and poison damage for the clan boss. So I think Venomage is an option for you to work on after Wither. And if we look at Wither, so yes, this is a long cooldown for the cleanse. This is a long cooldown for the increased defense. But she brings Leech. Now, right, probably up to this point and the way that you've played this, you've probably never realized why Lifesteal is so good. Because you don't have War Master. You remember earlier when we were proccing those War Master hits on Dragon? On Clan Boss, 23 minutes. Okay. On Clan Boss, those War Master procs are so high that I heal to full HP, pretty much. Leech does the same thing. So for Clan Boss, when you have Leech on the boss, you're going to heal off that Leech. And the Leech is on her A1. Now, it's only a 50% chance, but you're also getting continuous heals. And so I think she's going to keep your team alive and let you do the damage builds that you want to do. And so I think that's very important. And again, you're going to be running Valkyrie, by the way. Valkyrie will always be in there because counterattacks means you're going to extend HP burns, you're going to land leeches, you're going to place continuous heals a bunch with the counterattacks that Valkyrie's bringing. And Valkyrie's going to give you a very big shield to give you a lot of life. And you're going to get a lot of output from A1s. So who has really good A1s? Well, there's Rathalos. Ninja has a decreased defense on an A1. So my suggested team ultimately would be Valkyrie, Ninja, Rathalos, Artak, and Wither. That would ultimately be what I would recommend as a team. You could consider some ally protection in there, but again, I mean, you do get a weaken out of Kyoku, so maybe Kyoku's better, but we're building in a very specific direction right now. Eventually, we'll get there. But books matter. So until we get those books, we need to start looking at some of the epic champions that we do have. Now, yes, you're bringing Demitha, but Demitha, she has a mini cleanse and a good heal. And she has block damage for 2 turns, but right now it's on a 4-turn cooldown. And so this isn't up enough to matter for what you need to do with her. By the way, Fire Knight is solved. You have Allure, your Fire Knight is solved moving forward. You're going to be just fine doing Fire Knight once you with Allure. In fact, I bet you're probably already using her, knowing you and the way that you do things on your account. Yeah. Cryodan, you don't really need. So you're using Morag. I'm going to give you some tips on this. You're using Morag as an ally attacker. That's fine, but she's 50. There you go. This is a better version of ally attack. No, sorry, not better version. This is a weird version of ally attack. Make sure she uses this on turn 1, and then everybody is going to counterattack with your multi-hitters that you have here. And there you go. Stag Knight's fine here. I think you'd be fine using somebody else if they were built. You don't have anybody else built right now, but if you're worried about this team dying, there's your Wither, right? Yeah. Valk is going to do everything you need to complete Clan Boss. In fact, I'll even demonstrate it to you. So let's do team setup. Okay, well, we'll just use one of your top teams here. We'll go. Remember, your champions aren't built and you don't have War Master. That's why you're not doing any boss damage, by the way. But this will go Wither. Artak is built, and we'll use Allure for which she probably isn't even built well enough to actually do her thing, but we'll bring her anyways. The main thing that I would say is on turn 2 is you don't use this. And on round 3, you open with it. Let's see how well this does. So, Icky, I want to tell him how good his roster is and how good all these champions are, but he doesn't have the patience, and so he builds them at 50 and then doesn't have the success that we want to see, right? So you have a bunch of really good Fire Knight options. You have a bunch of really good Dragon options, good Ice Golem options. You have a great roster. One at a time. We need to finish Artak. Now, you see that? That right there is why you bring Wither. Now, she would be way tankier and survivable at 60. So, again, you know, this is not the final form of Allure. She's not even fully ascended, right? But that is why you bring her. So now watch what this does. So we've already got it down to 5 stacks, right? I should have changed Allure, by the way. She's not going to use her A1. He goes, counterattacks. 3 hits. 2 hits. Single hit, Allure, turn meter control. If she was built properly, if she had the accuracy and she could crit, a 100% crit rate, she would have taken his turn meter completely down. And she did a couple times there, right? She's not, I don't think books matter for her, but again, she needs to crit every hit and she needs to be a little bit faster than what she currently is. And so you're going to look at this and say, well, look at how much, you know, this isn't working, right? You're absolutely right. It's not working. You don't have War Master. You don't have a way to kill the boss yet. But I wanted you to understand the concept of how counterattack breaks that shield down for you. Yeah, I think she has weak affinity. She's magic. And you see he's resisting. She, you know, I don't know what the build is on her. I haven't looked. But I want you to again, just there you go. See, and if she was much faster, she'd be getting way more turns and taking down that turn meter. Even with the negative affinity and everything involved. But we're not here to build Fire Knight. You know, I'm simply trying to show you how Valkyrie does what you want her to do, okay? So keep her in mind for future, all right? The main thing that we're focused on right now is campaign farming, and you now have a campaign farming and Minotaur, and you now have that. I would take him out because we need to put in a different 2-star. There's one. And we're just testing it again. We don't want to do this too much because we're not getting full 8 XP for it. Because we're not under an XP bonus. And there you go. So 19-second farm. Perfectly reasonable farm. And you'll notice that how much silver you're getting each time you do that, right? I sold that for like 6K, maybe something like that, maybe 3K. And then you got 11K silver right there. You're just getting that silver every run. And before you know it, you're back up to 1 million silver or more. But this is where the most important part of the game is for you right now. So you were doing stage 13. with a better roster than me, you were doing stage 13 Fire Knight. I don't think this can auto. But my Kale's a lot stronger now, so I want to see what my team can do here. All right. Yeah, I think I'm cooked here. Because I need to save some of my nukes for this wave. All right, not too bad. All right. Not terrible. Now, I know I have to take the first hit, which sucks. I think I have to take the first hit. Either way, he can't use his... Yeah, see, I don't have this up off cooldown yet. Does this refresh the cooldown if I do this? It does. Okay, I'll have it next turn. All right, so just like you, I take that first hit. We're going to A1 here for now. We need to break the shield down. Break the shield down. This will land. But it got resisted. And now I have turn meter control. So this is what Allure is doing for you. I'm just getting it off of Armiger. And then I'm just doing damage to the boss. Now, I'm weak affinity here. But you'll see I'm still hitting way harder than what you're hitting. Right? And that's not just a gear thing. Well, it is a gear thing, but that's War Master as well. I didn't need to do that. All right, we're going to lose Tayrell. I think I'm done. I don't think I can beat it now because I don't have a way to go again after I break down the shield. Oh. And now I'll try to land the decrease healing. And so the reason I'm doing this, and obviously I'm manualing this, this isn't, you know, ideal. The point that I'm trying to get across to you, though, is I don't have a Valkyrie. I don't have... Yes, I've got Ninja. But you did no damage to the boss with a bunch of legendaries that are built not terrible. And I have a bunch of... I got a rare level 50, 2 level 50s, and I'm hitting harder. And that's because I have War Master, and Ninja, of course, is a boss killer, right? You'll get there eventually. So I hope this helps. I really want you to trust me that get Artak done. Then get Wither done, because she's just such a good support. She's a cleanser, a really good healer. You saw her take that Allure up. My Tayrell died there. How could I have saved him? A Wither would have saved him. Right? Then I'd like to see you focus on some epics. I think really good epics you have are Venomage, Stag Knight. Tayrell is okay, but I think these two are probably better. He's a little power crept. Madame Saris is fine too, but a longer cooldown on her. She's more arena focused because of the long cooldown that she has, right? You talk about boss killing. Royal Guard. Top tier. Very easy for you to build too, based on enemy max HP. Doesn't matter what base stat you have. Decreased defense on an A1, 4 times at random, decreased speed, and decreased turn meter by 25% each hit on a 4 times hitter. So what Allure does on her A1, except 4 times on a 4-turn cooldown. Cryodan gives you good crowd control. Yep, I agree with that. Gives you increased speed, which is very good. Freeze later for Hardfire Knight. So, definitely consider, some of these epics. I don't want you to be too... Because unbooked legendaries are not as good. But Artak first, because Artak can be your campaign farmer and make all of this go faster for you. I want to show you, let me show you, I'm going to do one last thing, and this is to show you what campaign farming can do for you. No, Fox Mode, I love Cryodan. I don't underrate him at all. I have him, he's on my main Fire Knight team, on my main account. By the way, welcome. A lot of new names today. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm very happy to have you. I'm hopping onto my main free-to-play right now, which is why the screen is black. And I just want to show Hyper here what campaign farming can really do for him. Wait, oh, it crashed? I've never seen that happen before. So this is my main... This is my main free-to-play account. I haven't hopped onto it yet today, which is why I'm getting all these pop-ups right now. But we're hopping on this to show you campaign farming. So my campaign farmer is Sun Wukong. Artak does it just fine. Don't misinterpret this and think I'm telling you to use Sun Wukong as your campaign farmer. But I just want to show you. Now, by the way, I do have the XP boost right now, right? I've got 3 days and 22 hours left of it. Important to remember this stuff. So I come in here. I guess I have to wait till after CVC to hop clans. Was hoping to hop after Clash, but I forgot CVC was coming up. Assuming you still have a spot. Yes, Icky. In fact, we've specifically left that spot open. By we, I mean me and my officer corps. So that was 8 seconds long, right? Just hit refresh. Now, your Artak can do this. Maybe not 8 seconds, maybe a little bit longer, but fully booked, properly geared, he can certainly do this. Come back down, put another 2-star in there. Now, this is nothing. My main account has a Fellhound that does this, and he's boom, boom, boom. I didn't want to show you that because I didn't want you to think like, oh, I need to build a Fellhound. This is totally fine. This is only 2 seconds longer than what I'm doing on my other one. I'm actually going to go for a 3-star food here now, but I'm just churning this out. I have no problem using Wither and Clan Boss, but it's just that her damage is minimal, which is like important. Again, so I have the perfect count. Do I have? I have 3 minutes on Demon Lord, so I'm gonna kind of prove you wrong a little bit. But even over here on the free to play, your mentality is incorrect. Now, granted, this is a very special team, but I'm going to use your words against you. Let me filter through and claim my rewards here on the free to play real quick. But I'm going to use your words against you. Because, by the way, I'm replacing your Demitha. Her damage is not any better than Wither's. Right? So in 3 minutes, I'll use your word. Well, I'm going to use your words against you right now. Who does damage on this team with their main abilities? Nobody. The only person doing damage is Geomancer off of a passive that requires me to get hit. Don't worry, it'll get there. Belor is a great campaign farmer. All right, so I did 203 million damage on the highest difficulty of Clan Boss. Geomancer did 100, but look, 8 million, 1 million, 10 million, 16 million. I got 10 million damage out of an Ursula. Now, yes, I went 1,500 turns, but Ursula? 10 million damage? How did that happen? She is War Master. You know who doesn't have War Master on this team? Anchorite. Anchorite did 1.7 million. Ursula did 10. Anchorite doesn't have War Master. We don't need it. Our real damage. If I only did 166 million, I'm happy. If Vodka's in here, he's gonna yell at me. But it was long because it went 1,500 turns. This is an Infinity team. This is a special team that works around the combination of Wixwell, who gives big shields and extends the duration of the shield and increases the value of the shield. And then Anchorite and Godseeker increase the duration of the shield so it never falls off, and I go infinite. Ursula, so you may wonder, why bring Ursula? Why not bring a damage dealer and make this a 600 million run? Ursula brings decrease attack and makes me take less damage and makes the run work. She also brings strengthen and he brings increased defense as well. But my point that I'm trying to make to you here is that more turns equals more damage for your damage dealers. So now, this is a very niche team and kind of a bad example, if I'm completely honest with you, because it's going way more turns than you're ever going to be able to do. Even unkillable teams with your Demitha will only go 50 turns. Okay? But if we go back to the Ninja account, which has a key ready, and let's look at my roster for my Brutal team, which is already higher than what you can currently do. In fact, I don't even need to do Brutal. I'm going to do Hard. Okay? We're going to do Hard. She doesn't do any damage. Why am I bringing her? Increase speed. Supporting. Right? That's why I'm bringing her. Yes, I'm using 3 damage dealers here, but she's making them all go faster. And you know what my future team is going to look like? I just talked about this in my most recent episode. This is actually my future team. Claude doesn't do any damage, so why am I building Claude as my next 6-star? Increase speed, increase accuracy for my 3 damage dealers that need accuracy to do damage, and a big ass shield. And some healing on his passive, and decreased crit rate, which is niche, but that's the point that I'm trying to get across to you, is this mindset that, well, they don't do any damage. You need support. If I had Wither, we'll say this is Wither, and I would still do Claude. And I would probably do this aura or that aura. But this would be Wither. Because she keeps everyone alive, and Claude gives me a big shield. But honestly, because then I'm down a decreased attacker, so maybe I try somebody else like Ursula. Because I do have her on this ninja account, right? Or even Maneater is an option. Exactly. If your damage champs are dead, so let me ask you this. Let me be more direct. What is better? A team of 5 damage dealers that goes 5 turns, or a team with 1 damage dealer that goes 20 turns? That's the question that you need to ask yourself. And so I'll let you... Now, this is going to be a quick... I won't even do quick battle. This is going to take a little bit. And I do need to go because I have to make a phone call. And I got to be done before my wife gets home. And I still have some Hydras to run. But I wanted to make sure I showed this to you. Now, she's going to die right away, but her aura stays. So now imagine that the damage... Now, 2 of these are in lifesteal gear, and they do less damage because they're in lifesteal gear. But why would I want them in lifesteal gear? So they can live. What does Wither allow me to do? Wither allows me to take that lifesteal gear off and put them in better builds because of leech and healing, right? So now I would do more damage. How else does Wither help, right? Well, you see these people that aren't in lifesteal gear, you see how they're not full HP like the 2 that are? Wither heals them up. Because they're built for other areas of the game, and I'm using them in Clan Boss. I want lifesteal gear on my Venomage. I don't have the gear yet. So I built Venomage as best I could, and we just make do. And so Venomage slowly gets lower and lower and lower and lower. But you see all that damage that, you know, that she's doing there? Obviously, a big part of it's Ninja. Right? But Ninja's not even booked. My only books are on Kale. He's fully booked. Well, sorry. Everyone's fully booked except for... I won't book her because she's never going to get used again. The only person that isn't fully booked is Ninja. And technically, Tyrell's A1 is not fully booked. We covered that earlier. See all that damage that we did from Venomage right there? Venomage doesn't do that if they die. And so you're going to see that as we get further into this run, Venomage will eventually die because they can't heal back up. There goes Tyrell. There goes decreased attack. There goes decreased defense. She'll be next. And then Venomage next. But I want you to look at how many more turns we're going to get. I'm surprised that didn't kill Venomage, to be completely honest. By the way, I've already hit as much... There we go. So Venomage is dead. How long do these 2 stay alive for now? See how they're healing to full? That's lifesteal. Leech does that for you. Now imagine how much better that would have been if Venomage stayed alive for that whole thing. And again, that team did more than what you did on 2 keys with this. And again, and because what you're doing is you're seeing a video that says Ninja's really good for Clan Boss, and you're putting Ninja in there because he's really good for Clan Boss. Well, did your Ninja do wrong thing? 7 million damage? No, because he's not built. He's not 60. He doesn't have War Master. So Venomage did 2 million. Tayrell does not have War Master. Only 163,000 damage. Yes, level 50, but no War Master. War Master makes a difference, a big difference over time. The same thing here with Spirit Host not only doing 60, who died very early as well. But that's why speeds matter. War Master matters. All of this stuff really matters. And just because some website, just because some YouTube channel, some website, or Reddit post says Ninja's good in Clan Boss, use him in Clan Boss, they gotta have the right support. So. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if Ninja dies on turn 5, it doesn't matter that he's good at Clan Boss. It doesn't matter if Demitha is good at Clan Boss if she's 100 speed. Like, she's never going to do what she's supposed to do. I'll show you one last thing. And I know I keep on saying that. But I'm going to show you what an unkillable team is. You may be familiar with the term already. I am going to log out of my free-to-play while this loads. Just so I don't break my computer. And yep, all right, that's doing it. Close the program. So my main account runs a regular unkillable team with Demitha. And I've been running this unkillable team for a year, probably 2 years now. Yeah, I had this unkillable team long before I made the free to play. So this is my main account. Go away. I'll click you later. Okay. So this uses what's called an unkillable team. It actually does less damage than the Wixwell team. Oh, look. Legendary book. This is why you want to do Clan Boss, right? To get those legendary books. Epic book, right? Now, I'm not going to show you this without quick battle because that's going to take 20 minutes. And we're not going to sit here for 20 minutes. But this is an unkillable team. So, one legendary, Fushan. Why is he in it? For the lead. He's also my damage dealer. This is the DPS slot. Then I have, this is called Myth Air, right? So you have Demitha, Seeker, and Eris, a rare. The combination of them allows me to go unkillable. Now, he ignores unkillable and block damage at turn 50. That's why Wixwell is better. Wixwell can go all the way to 1,500 turns. This team only goes 50 turns. But I want to show you their builds because, like, their gear is... there's no if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I've never had to redo the gear on them. So for Seeker, is he defense based or attack? Yeah, attack. So Seeker, only 4K attack, 100 crit rate, 237 crit damage, 183 speed, right? These speeds are very specific. Look at the Mytha. No crit rate, 290 speed, nothing else, right? She does no damage. My Eris, not crit capped, right? So only 24% crit rate, 261 speed. The speeds are very specific. My other one is Farrakhan the Fat. You'll notice a lot of 5-star gear on these. If I go back, Seekers in crit rate gloves, right? 5-star gear, blue gear even, right? Like this is all about speed here. For Farrakhan the Fat, 5-star gear. So he is 170 speed, not even crit cap, 98%, 253% crit damage. I'm sure Vodka will love this. 4,400 attack. And then my damage dealer and hero of my clan, for those of you that know, is Fushan. 189 speed, 105% crit rate, only 207% crit damage, but 6,000 attack. And again, crit rate gloves. Terrible. Terrible. Attack boots, though, because his speed is slow. Don't do that. But because his speed is so slow, the required speed for this to work, I could get more damage out of him with his attack boots. So this is going to go a lot faster. We won't have to wait as long. And this is going to be the last thing I do before I log off for the day. 92 million damage, 50 turns. I told you, right? But let's look at the damage. Demitha did 7 million. You just saw her build. No crit rate. No attack. How did she do 7 million? War Master. Right? Eris, a rare, did 17 million damage. She's in a toxic set. Spoiler alert. So that's where all her damage came from, was poisons, but also War Master. Farrakhan the Fat, he brings poisons and HP burn, but also War Master. Seeker, also War Master. Fushan just hits really freaking hard because he's a legendary. 26 million. Oh, you can't see it. 26 million. And that's all you need. That's a 1 key. Done. 1 key, done. And within, 5 minutes, if that, I'm able to do both my keys for the day. I'm done with Clan Boss. I walk away. You will get there eventually. You just got to trust. Trust what we're telling you. It seems counterintuitive. It seems wrong, right? There's no ninja in this team. There's no Artak. There's no Newt, right? Like, this isn't crazy. 3 epics, a rare, and a legendary. By the way, this legendary can be replaced with a Deacon Armstrong, who's another epic. So you don't even need a legendary in this team if you don't want to. This is just easier to build. But that's what we're going to build for you eventually with your Demitha. Whenever you get a Seeker, there's probably a way we can build a team for you. Don't worry about it, Myth Chaser, but thank you. So, all right. I really hope this helps you out, Hyper. So we've looked across the spectrum of multiple accounts, right? So if I go back to the Ninja account, your focus is the same as what I did on this account. My goal number one was Kale to 6 stars. Why Kale? Why not Ninja? Why not anybody else on the roster? Why Kale first? Campaign Farmer. That's what I built for you. Artak. Campaign Farmer. Right? Step 2. Nuker. Well, because I don't have a support. So for you, it's support because the support is better for you in the long run to keep you alive for all those fights. Right? Then step 3 is going to be your nuker. For me, that's my ninja. He's my boss killer. He's my wave clear. He's my PvP nuker, which we didn't even talk about PvP much. Then clan boss priorities. Venom Mage is really good in clan boss because they reduce the damage that clan boss puts out by 15% when they're under heal reduction. You'll notice that clan boss ramped up very quickly after Venom Mage died. They also bring decreased attack. Why is decreased attack important? More turns equals more damage. Okay? Increased speed. Why is increased speed important? Why is this my next 6-star? More turns, more damage. All right, I've belabored the point enough, and I apologize, but I really want to get this across because this is like my 3rd or maybe 4th takeover of hold on. Oh, the best. I thought that said test HH. And I was like, wait a minute, are you in like a Hell Hades thing? Correct, but I didn't have Herndig until a couple of days ago. This past weekend, I got Herndig. So Herndig will get built and eventually be, I said today, eventually be my campaign farmer. Okay. So, yeah, that's why I'm saying you have to start over on your account. You're playing it like you just started. You built your campaign farmer. Now you're going to build a support. And then you're going to start getting the other roles filled that you need to get filled out, right? I don't want to give you the final team for Clan Boss because you're going to try to build it all at once. Don't worry about it right now. All right, I'll be nice. So Artak, Valkyrie, like final team. Wither and Rathalos and Ninja. But none of them are going to be booked for a long time. So you really need to start thinking about other champions that could help out. Unfortunately, aside from, I would go Venom Mage after Wither for that passive I told you about. Reduces damage, easier to book, brings a decreased defense and decreased attack, brings poisons and poison activation. Very easy clan boss damage, right? Easy clan boss damage. I almost said Adolin, by the way, because I think Adolin brings a lot of value with the fact that she's got the full blessing. And I wouldn't do Intimidating Presence. I would go Brimstone. So you're going to get a lot more procs of Brimstone, which is going to be a lot of damage. However, I like the Cleanse better. And I think Wither heals more. But Adolin's not a bad choice for this, by the way. Especially with that blessing. Like I said, I would personally go for Brimstone. Because you're going to have a 60% chance of placing Smite, which is 250k damage on Clan Boss every time it goes off. But I'm low on Apothecary cap, so I would probably say Doom Priest. You can make Doom Priest as a cleanser can actually help you make some unkillable teams work better. So, all right. I just saw that. I just read that, Demon King. Hey guys, I want to say thank you so much. Not only do I appreciate you guys showing up today, and just being awesome in the chat. I'm gonna log you out. Um, but thank you for all the positive comments and the support while I dealt with what I dealt with this weekend. I'm not going to be the easiest content creator to enjoy. Um, Mental health is a real struggle for me. It has been for many years now. And I'm going to have instances like that where I overreacted. And, I've spoken to the person that left the comment that set me off. Probably pretty much a big misunderstanding. Either way, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the support that you do give. It means the world to me. I did talk earlier about how I really want to do this. I really want to make this my primary source of income. Um, and every little bit that you guys do helps. The views help. That gets me ad revenue. The memberships that we got today. Thank you for Umel for becoming a member. Um, all of that stuff really does help me out. And I just wanted to say that I truly, truly appreciate it so much. I'm going to go now. I will stream tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. Not tonight. I'm not going to stream tonight since I streamed today. Normally I would, but I have to get a lot of work done in the game. So, yes, I've got to get stuff done and focus on that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I had so much fun. Good luck, Hyper, with the rest of your account. I look forward to doing another account takeover for you in the near future, and hopefully we see some of the results of the advice that we gave you. But yeah, tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then apparently I'm gonna have to schedule a account takeover with somebody that posted in the chat today. So there may be an account takeover possibly Thursday morning, but I gotta figure out the schedule with that person. So hey, thank you for subscribing, Atul. I appreciate that so much. I hope to record a new video tonight and give you guys some updates on what the accounts are doing and such. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Take care.